River, looking back towards the Sierras. It started snowing this morning. I did not want to get out of my tent. It is pretty dang cold. I don't have a thermometer, so I don't know what the temperature is, but starting to see a pretty sunrise lighting the sky up. But we're going to be going off in that direction this morning, southbound. Looks like the clouds are moving away from us. Hopefully it'll be warm later. Good morning. It's snowing. It's a little windy. We're coming down into the southern part of Kennedy Meadows. It snowed a little bit last night. This wind was off and on through the night as well. I can see some mountains over in the distance that have quite a bit of snow on them, and I'm not 100% sure where the trail takes us from here, so not sure how this will affect us. I don't have any micro spikes, but I don't think it gets up that high, so here's a great view. And I don't know if you can make those out there. Those are the mountains I'm talking about. But anyway, I don't know how far I'm going to go today. I walked in 7/10 last night. It was really late when we got to trail. The sun had just went behind the mountain, and it was starting to get dark pretty quick. I had read some comments. There was some campsites just about half a mile or so in, and I found a pretty nice sandy campsite about 7/10 in, and pulled out my headlamp, set up camp, and went to sleep. Woke up like at 10 minutes to 2, thinking it was time to get up. I had slept pretty well, but snow in my eye. So this section is to finish up what I started about 6 months ago. Whenever I stopped back there at Sherman Pass Road at Kennedy Meadows, there was the trout fire was still going on, the closure was, and it was like 115 degrees in the desert, so I did not want to go in to the desert. Sun coming up. So we've got to Hikertown, just over 85 miles to complete, and this is day 1. Looks like some pretty good little snow squalls up ahead. It's been doing this on and off. He's been walking this morning. Temperatures feel like they warmed up a bit. It may just be because I'm moving. It's interesting. Snowing in the desert. Well, I guess it's technically still the Sierras until I get to Tehachapi. Of mountain lions has just been kicked up a bit. There's all kinds of trap right here from Big Cat. There's one, size of my hand. Another one. Oh man. Yeah. Snow on the mountains we could see this morning. Trail's kind of going off this way. It's a pretty heavy snow squall right up in there. Kind of got out of the section where all that mountain lion print was. It had, I mean, it was just back and forth through that little section. You couldn't even see, there's a few boot print on the trail, but it had run back and forth so much that you couldn't even see the boot print in front. As long as this trail doesn't do something weird and abrupt, it looks like we're going away from all that snow and the higher peaks and stuff that has a lot of snow on it. That's looking back towards Kennedy Meadows where I came from. And you can't even see right now the peaks that we saw earlier this morning that had the snow on them. They're back in that direction. Right there. So that's good. Sun has come out, making it a little warmer. Thankfully, that wind is still a little cold because it's coming off of some snow. A few flakes flying, but pretty day. Pretty day. So I'm almost to Mantor Creek. This was supposed to be where I stay tonight, but it's only a little after 9:30. A lot of snow squalls coming in, and I can see where the trail goes, so this means it's going to go on the backside, taking us further and further away from those snowy patches I can see on the mountains over there. Pretty good bit of snow, but may be able to make it out. The trail goes around the backside of that, it looks like. I'm going to stop here at Manor Creek. Hopefully it's sheltered. Comments said it was a sheltered spot. Take a little bit of a break out of the wind. Eat something and then start that little climb up out of here. Probably go like at least 4 more miles. That would give me like a 12 or 13 mile day. And I think that's pretty decent. I don't want to wear myself out the first day, but I kind of had a 19 mile day planned tomorrow, so that would help take some of the pressure off of tomorrow. I wouldn't have to do so many miles. So, alright, let's get down in here, get some water, take a break, figure out what I'm going to do. There's some Pretty fresh yet. Oh boy. Mountain lions. Yeah, it's looking back to where all that snow was this morning. And we're headed up. Got about 3 miles to where I may make camp, but you can start seeing the trail. And then I think it's over there. A little bit of snow up there. Who knows? We'll see where this goes. Well, this is the longest little stretch of snow I've ran across. It's in this really little protected area, but I know from just messing with a little bit of it that this is ice on top of this. It's very slippery. So, taking our time. The end of the day recap. This is officially day one. I went in 7 tenths last night. I got in to trail right after the sun was going down. Made it about 7 tenths of a mile and made a little camp, and got up this morning and took off. It was really cold. It's been windy all day long. I had only intended to go 8.7 miles today, but I got there by 10 o'clock and I decided to keep going. Ended up going 12.5, and I decided to take a break. It was about 1 o'clock when I got here, and I wanted to see what was ahead, what kind of camp spots I could come up with. I had gotten water, been carrying water for the last 4 miles from Manor Creek. And everything that I saw past here, you can see the snow. The trail actually goes up the side of that, and ends up on the other side. And it seems that you can see the clouds moving. It would be in the direct line of this wind, and I saw the forecast that this wind is supposed to go for the next 2 days. My plan is to get to Walker Pass. Sergio is going to come pick me up, and I'll resupply. I've got a resupply box there, and then I'll get back on trail the next day, just kind of do a Nero. But there's a possibility I could be out of here in 2 days. The biggest part of the climbing is tomorrow, and then it's just all downhill. I think the day before I was supposed to be in there, I was doing 17 and then leaving 5 for the next day, going in as a Nero. But seeing if I can do that, I feel pretty good, and hopefully by then I'll feel good then too, and I can just finish that last 5 miles. It's downhill into Walker Pass, and get in there early and essentially take a 0 the next day. But I made some food. I'm going to sit in here and eat. I haven't ate well in the last couple days, and that's part of my energy level, but it's super cold, very windy, and as you can see, you got snow on trail as well. So probably one of the biggest things I saw today that, of course, I got to see the Sierras in the snow cap, but my biggest fear is mountain lions, and there was a section just, it'd be prior to northbound 700 mile mark. There was a lot of big cat prints in this one area. I've been following boot track all day, and there was so much traffic by this big cat on the trail that it obliterated the boot track. You couldn't even see it. There's just so much. So that was a little scary. I kept my head on a swivel, just kept looking around and being conscious of my surroundings and stuff. These things are my biggest fear. So, all right, I am going to get in my tent and relax and just enjoy the rest of the evening, and then get up in the morning and hit it. All right, guys, we will see you tomorrow.